Food markets only.
Meet Susie Smart, she is so bright. On her blackboard you can write. She has a desk, she has a seat. What's your name, my darling sweet?
My name is Susie Smart.
She can talk!
She can talk, but can she add?
2 plus 2 is 4. Cat, C-A-T.
You can spell!
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how
You recite!
Press the button, she says a dozen things, complete with desk, blackboard, and seat. Susie Smart, sold at food markets only.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not gonna try it. You try it. I'm not gonna try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
Penny, Penny, Penny.
Good morning, cats and kittens, pups and pooches. It's Susie Q96, opening up the Deadbeat Club this morning. Way too early, yeah, I know, but I got a lot of stuff on my plate for today, so it is what it is, what it is. And what it is I need to get these pennies off my desk. And I did finally do all the statisticals involved with that last box of pennies. So we're going to do the penny box wrap up right here, right now. So that probably makes y'all wonder, why are there dimes on the scope if we're doing the penny box wrap up? Well, all 3 of these dimes came out of the penny box. So we made a little profit on the box by way of these 3 dimes that were found in 3 different rolls. So we got some dimes out of the penny box. 3 of them. Hi, Mikey. Hi, Doug. Hi, whoever else is working. So what else did we get out of our penny box? We got those 3 clad dimes, and then we got 3 Canadian pennies. The first is a 1977. And the Queen on the obverse. Oops, we smacked Chloe in the face. She's not so pretty no more. So that was our first one. Then we got a 64. Which is actually in better shape than the last one. And then this one I think was from the 90s. Yeah, 1999. A Prince penny party, like it's 1999. There, that one's got a little more detail left on it, of course. So we got those 3 groovy items. Now let's see what else we got. We got 1 S penny, a 1971 San Francisco. So that's our S penny. Then we got 18 Wheaties, which isn't bad. That's a pretty decent Wheatie count. I'm going to show them to you in no particular order because I don't really have them sorted out. But I can read you the list. We got a 1934, a 1936, a 44D, 3 1945, a 47D, a 57D, no, a 51D, I'm sorry, a 52D, 2 1953Ds, a 54D, a 55, a 55D, and a 56D. Then we got a couple that you really can't read. One I think is a 1950. Then we got one with a really good reverse, and the obverse is completely obliterated. We have no idea what this coin is, but we do know it's a Wheatie because the reverse is good. And then there was a 1958. So now I'm just going to start sticking them under the scope in no particular order. There's one of the 45s. Little rough. Reverse isn't too bad. Still has some detail. But I don't think 18 Wheaties was bad. There's the second of the 45s. So what you taking this term, Mikey? There's a 47D. I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to briefly show them. I don't want to get into too much. That's weird. Pardon my paint on my fingernails. I've been working on a project. What is that? I know it's just a spot, but it almost looks like right here. It almost looks like there's a D mint mark there that isn't supposed to be there. I said, what classes are you taking this term? Pay attention, Mikey. Susie Smart says you're supposed to be paying attention. She'll get you. Oh, anyway, that's that one. Oh, there's a 56D. $53D. That one's still got a little glimmering glow on it. I'm just showing them quickly so that I will have a record of the finds. 52D. One metal detecting repeat. Right now I'm going through the results of a penny box I searched over the last couple of weeks and just showing what we found in it. Oops, that was not supposed to be in there. That's not a Wheatie. That came out of the pile of 60s that I kept to check my albums for. There's a 51. I'm going to try to do some detecting this weekend. Ooh, there's a 1934. As you can see, he's pretty worn down, but Wheatie nonetheless. Oh, 54D. Yeah, we ended up with 18 Wheaties out of the box. Visual communications, intro to humanities. Oh, I love humanities. That was a good class. Career web design, writing across the community, and yeah, I like humanities. Humanities was a really fun class for me, and I had a really good instructor. He was great. He kind of looked like Captain Kangaroo. I don't, that's a little before your time, but yeah, those are some good solid classes. I wouldn't mind taking some of those myself. Some of them I've already taken. Yeah, this is the obliterated penny. Now look at the reverse. The reverse looks pretty good, but we have no idea what the date on this thing is. It is just white. I think it's 50 something, but it's, yeah, that might be one for me to put aside and do a dreaded cleaning on just to see, because we can't hurt it. We cannot hurt that penny. There's another 45. There's 55. Yeah, we didn't have any like super duper fantabulous discoveries in this box. Yeah, this is the one that the other one that I think it's a 50, but can't really tell. Those are the two that are pretty much white. There's another 53D. And we got a 55. A 44D. So that's our Wheaties from this batch. From that box. So then we got 6 pennies, including this beauty right here from the 2009 Lincoln Life series. This one, I don't think has ever been circulated. I think it just came right out of that roll. I see a couple of tiny scratches on it, but I don't think it's been out in public. That one I'm going to put in a flip or something. And then that one, no real need to show the fronts. And that one. This one's got a little crud creeping on it already. They don't last long because there's zinc. This one's pretty nice, but it's nowhere near as nice as that other one. And this one. So we ended up with a total of 6 out of that series. From the box. Then I've got some assorted pennies from the 60s and 70s that I held only because they're in pretty decent shape and might fit into one of my albums in place of, I'm not sure, yeah. Like some of these I just may not have in there. But there's a really nice 61. My phone's making some kind of horrible noise. It's an alarm. Oh, shut up, phone. I'm alarmed enough. So I got some like this that I just need to check the book and see if what I have in them. What I have in the book is as nice as these, and then those will go. So I've got about 15 of those. Then we've got one penny that is clear somebody tried to punch a hole in, and they just about succeeded. Because if you look at over here, they just didn't quite get it to go all the way through, and it looks like they tried a second time further in and gave up. But I may go ahead and finish the hole and make jewelry out of that. Yeah, there you go, Mikey. That's a really good idea. That's what you have classes like career exploration for. We didn't have classes like that. Nobody helped us with anything. They didn't even help us figure out how to get financial aid. You were just on your own. Okay, then in the box was a whopping, this is the biggest copper count I have had on a single box, 8.3 ounces of copper. This bag is heavy. I can't really do much to put it on, well, I could put it on camera, but take my word for it. I put it on the scale, 8.3 ounces of copper in that box. And we have a container that I have not classified yet of 1982. Some of those are going to be copper, and some of them are going to be zinc. And there's probably 50 pennies in there. So that is the wrap up on a penny box. Again, here's what the total was. 3 flat dimes, 3 Canadian pennies, a 64, a 77, and a 99, 1971 S, 18 Wheaties, 2009 Lincoln Life Series, 8.3 ounces of copper, and approximately 1980. That is where we ended up. Wasn't a bad box, wasn't a great box. It was just kind of a average, like there was no Indian head, no food, nothing like that. Just a box. Yeah, not that but all these things where they go. Hopefully next week we'll have something else to work on. So I do have a bunch of nickels I gotta work on. Placeholder for them. And I'm gonna tell you a couple of stories, and then I'm gonna log off, and I have to make a whole different video with some shout out to some people. Mail call, as you know. But before we do the mail call, I'm gonna say about yesterday's adventure. I'm so afraid I'm gonna have the same adventure today, and it's gonna be like the movie Groundhog Day, where the same thing just happens over and over again. We finally got the radiator, the second radiator on my car. The first one was damaged. And the one had to send me a new one. Well, FedEx lost the new one. And it floated around for 4 days somewhere between Charlotte, North Carolina and Dublin, Virginia. When it finally did show up, it showed up in a box that looked like somebody had been sleeping under the there are other things that connect to radiators now that back in the old days, your radiators didn't connect to the transmission or anything like that. But now they do, and they have these transmission viewers that go anyway. GM, I love my car, but use these little clips that are about as big as the fingernail. And they used to grow clips about that big. They're that connected part of the transmission to the radio. So I did saw that yesterday. I drove it a mile and a half up the street to my storage, put the radiator box in there, things, everything's fine. Okay, I'm gonna stop at the policy on the way home. And get a full board so I can start with the board with you. Well, and I told you that I was all my friends running out on this little clip that not done their job. So I had to sit out there and wait for the electric to come and bring the car back home. So, I just I'm sitting there waiting, I'm waiting for the electric to show up. And finally, 45 minutes or so, it's on my call to the and I'm informed that he not to call any of that information using that's my suggestion too. I was just call me back and ask whatever it is. I said, well, they just found what color your car was. Oh, well, let me see. The only car sitting in front of the galaxy with the hood up and a big giant double transistor. How hard they know it's their next model. They just don't know what color it is. So they know that I'm following their road right. And it was like 90 degrees out there. It was hot. So, anyways, I'm going home. The electric driver left turned on, so I ran the battery. And they were all the way to parking space because we had put it uphill. So I finally get it in the parking space and look, oh, God. My poor mechanic had one. He was upset. He was so upset that we actually came over in the middle of the night to fix the car out here in the parking lot. So we are hopeful now that this fix is going to stay where they belong. And after I know some days usually in start, I have to take it for a drive. And hopefully I don't have a big lot of this. So hopefully they stay in there. They don't. I don't know what to do. Oh, thank you. It's like you just call it. I can't really go really I can't get out where I want to go to do anything like this. Hopefully we get out there and get something on. Hey, Mike. Uh, I'm going to end this video and you might see if there's real excited about this year. So it's really bringing away all the yes, that is really away and then the other period. A lot of only one that keeps in it is that I don't even have a sticker. Well, I have I don't know what to do in the next but I just want to put it up to the budget and let's see, I will make the talk about the crazy now medical out. You know, it is I'm I did not